currently we're moving from impressive prototypes to readiness for deployment. The question is no longer what are those robotics use cases that we have at hand, but rather what are the necessary conditions for inclusive and an adoption that happens at scale. The ITU, together with UNU, published a report 2 months ago that was announced at Davos, and this report establishes and defines the 5 foundational elements for broad, inclusive, and safe adoption of AI technologies and robotics technologies. Those 5 elements are data quality, access, and governance. The second one is digital infrastructure and equitable access. The third one relates to AI skills and talent development. The fourth one is basically responsible AI policy. And finally, we have digital ecosystem development. Yes, we are reaching an inflection point, but not a universal one, not an homogeneous one, because we need to have these 5 elements in place. AI for Good is the leading United Nations platform on artificial intelligence. It's so important to bring all the community on board and ensure that the robots that we deploy, that we develop, are in alignment with solving global challenges. Definitely, yes. We are seeing that many industries are advancing very, very fast. I think this goes back to those five principles that I was mentioning. It comes to the industries advancing the fastest are those that are rapidly closing that readiness gap and are deploying basically standards and evaluation maturity at scale. So those industries are the ones that are basically deploying robots at the fastest pace. So we see this, of course, in the manufacturing industry, intralogistics, even some healthcare settings. I think the ITU has been playing a very important role, bringing the community together and ensuring that we can leverage all these different use cases that are like really human-centric use cases. For example, robotics for elderly care, robotics in hazardous environments, or for disaster management, disaster response. So we look into those applications that are very human-centric. And how do we do that? Well, we have recently launched a new international effort called the Focus Group on Embodied AI. This focus group will meet for the first time online on the 6th and 7th of May this year. And it's gonna, and this focus group has been created to look closely to embodied AI technologies from different angles. First, to ensure an harmonization of terminology when it comes to embodied AI technologies. Second, to look into pre-standardization roadmap for these technologies. Third, to look into what we call testing and benchmarking for performance, usability, reliability, safety of embodied AI systems. We are looking as well at all these high impact use cases for technological readiness. And what is very important as well is to ensure that this focus group that is created, we collaborate with other study groups at the ITU, but not only that, but as well with other standard setting organizations, with industry and academia, to ensure that we deploy robots that are interoperable, interconnected, and especially when we're talking about heterogeneous robotic systems. We're seeing how we are embedding AI into robotic systems, and definitely large language models are really influencing and giving better capabilities to robotics when it comes to the cognitive and interactive layer of the system. But of course, robotics is not only the interactive element. We're looking here at multimodal perception. We're looking into like basically decision making of the robot system, execution through manipulation tasks, locomotion that it gets involved. All these different elements, all these different capabilities are the ones that are currently being explored at the ITU through our standards work. We have developed over 480 standards on AI. Some of them are published, some others are under development, and we look into all these different aspects. And through this Embodied AI focus group, we're going to look into these capabilities in detail to really ensure this readiness for deployment. Through standards, we're able to have testing, benchmarking of those AI systems that follow the human values that we want to embed in them. And that's the work that we're currently focusing on. What is the most important part is that through the robotics and AI revolution, we don't deepen the digital divides that we already have. We have still 2.2 billion people unconnected around the world. ITU's priorities are universal, meaningful connectivity and sustainable digital transformation. And ITU, through this pillar on AI skills and capacity, and through the AI Skills Coalition, we aim to democratize access to AI skills and robotic skills everywhere in the world. A recent and very important example is the project that was launched in New York in September 2025, the AI and Robotics Youth Training Program. This collaboration between AI for Good, ITU's AI for Good, Giga, Google, and will.i.am Foundation to really ensure that we train and democratize AI and robotics learning in 5 pilot countries. So we're starting in 5 pilot countries. Those are South Africa, Ghana, Kenya, Cote d'Ivoire, and Nigeria. And this has the objective to train first the trainers, so the teachers, and then after the trainers are taught on these AI and robotics curricula, they go back to their schools and they teach those components to their students. And the target is to have 20,000 students trained by the end of 2026, leveraging both the Robotics for Good Challenge, the AI Skills Coalition, and of course the ITU Giga initiative.